We're here with our post-game press conference from Game 5. Coach Anderson with Leslie Huffman and DeAngelo. Coach, you just give us kind of an opening statement and then we'll open up
I'll say the same thing similar to what I told these girls in the locker room. Obviously, it's not the result that we wanted, right, to the end of the season, but to all of my seniors is who I basically shouted out in our locker room because the five of them have built this program to what it is at this point, and I could not be more proud of them for the culture that they have built and for the success that they have. And I think that that's going to carry our culture through the future, and I think it's going to carry what Fairmont State is, and I think they made it extremely special, and I've been blessed to coach them, and I'm extremely proud of them.
Coach, my name is Mo Zukic. I'm here for the Times West Virginian. Where do you think it kind of went wrong tonight? I mean, first half was pretty close. You led after the first quarter. Even in the third quarter, like you go you go 4 for 9 from 3-point range, and yet the lead went from 6 to 10. Where do you think it went wrong?
I think for us, we hang our hats as playing together and playing defense, and I think for us, we felt disjointed. I think that we, as a unit, we all wanted it so bad that I think that we were desperate. I think that we those emotions got large, and I think that sometimes that's tough, right? And whenever you need to rely on our habits, I think that we all were trying to do it ourselves, and not intentionally, right? They just all wanted it so bad. They wanted to help out the person next to them by doing it themselves. And I think that's difficult, especially whenever we're a team that relies on one another. And I don't think that any of that was selfish whatsoever. I think that honestly they were trying to do it for each other. It's difficult in times like that, especially whenever emotions get heightened. I think that's what happened.
To the players, like minus 17 in rebounding. What do you attribute that to? I mean, I felt like you guys were aggressive. You know, it wasn't for a lack of effort, but minus 17 is a large number when it comes to rebounding margin. How do you explain that?
I don't think you really explain it. I never question our heart and hustle on the floor. I just think that kind of comes down to size. Sometimes, we had hands down there trying to tip it around, and we got a few unfortunate rolls, and there were times that we could have probably boxed somebody out instead of just grabbing for it. But, it's just the way the game went. I don't think there's any explanation behind it. I don't think that's who we are, but it's what it is. Can't change it now.
Alyssa, the IUP coach said that he thought that the pace favored them. What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know that it necessarily favored them in my opinion. There were definitely moments that I think we could have sped the game up and played at more of our pace, but it just wasn't our day. It's as simple as that. There were loose balls that we fought for that they got on the 3-point line and hit shots like that sometimes, unfortunately.
I guess I know it's only been a few minutes since the game ended, but you reflect on the year you had 27 wins, conference championship. What do you take away from this year for the players?
I think I'm extremely proud of every single person on the roster. I mean, from our starting to five to everybody who sat on the bench and maybe didn't get their moment to shine throughout this tournament, throughout MECs, their time is coming. Um, it's extraordinary what we did. They said at the MEC tournament that hasn't been done since '84. And then you think, I mean, how do you put into words what that means to you? And I don't think you can. It's
Yeah, I mean, for context, I was born in '84. So. You have thoughts on that?
I think all I have to say is I'm grateful for this year. For my last 5 years here, I had the best experience at Fairmont, and I wouldn't change any decision I made. I have made the best of friends, and like I said, every experience was everything I could have imagined.
That's all I have.